am here with Shelby and VJ. They got married October 17th this past year in the crazy year of 2020. But I'm really excited just to talk to them about wedding day, and we're going to kind of recap on what happened. We're going to learn a few things. So if you're a bride watching, welcome. But yeah, so let's just kind of dive right in. I first want to just kind of talk about, overall, what did you guys think? How'd it go?
Excellent.
We thought it was great.
2020 and all things considered, yeah, I thought it was great. The only thing I could think of off the top of my head that was kind of a little weird was the dance floor, right? Because people are kind of nervous.
Dance
and
floor was
stay
a
around
little
that group.
yeah.
But
That
it
was
was
about the
still,
only thing for me.
it was a pretty great day.
Great
so,
day, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys had a pretty good dance floor still.
Yeah,
We did.
it wasn't.
We did.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that, but it just
Right.
like I could just tell because we kind of had like separate friend groups or separate
Yeah.
family groups that kind of stuck to their own little tables or pods and
It
just
wasn't
in their
like a
own
big
comfort.
rush to the dance floor.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Their own comfort, which is completely fine, but it's just a 2020 thing probably more than anything.
It is. I thought your DJ did good, getting
Yeah.
everyone out of their seats, and yeah,
It
you
was
guys had a good group of vendors.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The vendors were really, really wonderful.
Yeah. Over
Yeah.
the top.
So just to kind of let everyone know, your timeline of the day, basically you guys got ready that morning, and then you guys went
Cars, just
Cars,
cars
okay.
from our friends from the salon to the venue. And then the guys just drove from our apartment to the venue.
Yes.
And then got ready, did our first looks, and then we all got on the party bus together and did pictures and
Did
stuff.
pictures.
So,
So how do you think the timeline went as far as like the first look? Are you glad you did it? Tell us about that, like getting the pictures done earlier.
I loved it. I mean, I think I was still emotional enough during the ceremony, so I think it was good to get a lot of those first emotions, and then you can really enjoy it and just take a minute, because that's kind of one of your only moments of the day that is kind of slow, and just you can take it in and, I don't know, talk to your soon-to-be husband or wife or whatever. So I liked doing that, and then getting the pictures done early. That way we could just go straight into the reception and cocktail hour with all of our family and friends.
I would agree. As the guy, it was nice to relieve a lot of pressure. The first look's over. And because when you're up there, and I didn't realize it was going to be this way, but like as the guy, literally everyone in the room is kind of staring at you, waiting for the bride to come. So like looking back, I definitely, it felt like, it was just easy for me. We also read our own vows to each other during the first look, which I thought was kind of cool, and did kind of some standard vows during the ceremony, which I thought was nice, because then we could have our own moment with more personalized vows that, maybe you don't want other people to hear them or whatever. So, I thought that was great.
I love that idea. Yeah, you guys read your little vows to each other, and then you can tell her how pretty she looks and all that stuff during that first look.
Yes.
But yeah, Shelby, I'm glad you brought up, like, it doesn't take anything away really from the ceremony. Having all the people there, and it's like finally the moment, it's still just as exciting.
You're still having everybody there and walking down the aisle. So I mean, I think it's still just as special. It just adds another thing to it. So
yeah, and I always tell people, like, you get a full wedding day together.
Yeah.
Could you imagine not seeing each other till 4 or 5 o'clock, and then you go to the party and it's over?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys liked that. Anything else about the timeline? Did you think everything flowed well through the reception and to dinner? And
I did. I never felt like anything was cut off or cut short to go into it, the next activity. I felt like it really flowed well, and our DJ had recommended kind of doing it a little bit different. If you remember, doing like not all of everything at the beginning, because normally you would do your entrance and then I think like prayer, and then right after dinner do speeches, dances, all of that right there. But he kind of broke it up, which I thought was nice to give people a chance to like get up and get a drink, and rather than sitting down for an extended period of time and watching all that stuff. Not that they don't enjoy it, but it gives them a little break from all of that. So I liked that aspect of it.
So you guys did your entrance, and then did you go straight to the first dance?
Entrance, then I kind of gave a little speech.
Yeah, we did a speech.
And immediately into our first dance.
Which was amazing, and I'll never forget it.
I loved it. We were so excited.
Yeah, they did a choreographed dance, and it was spot on. Yeah. That was great. Yeah. And then from there, we went
I think there we went to dinner. Yeah. Yes.
And then I remember we did toast like right when the buffet was done.
Yeah. So I thought it flowed really well, and I think that we had a really good amount of time for just dancing and stuff at the end. Yeah.
I liked our timeline. There's not really much I think I would have changed about it, honestly. It was fine. It worked for us.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else? Anything you would have changed throughout the day? Like, was there anything you wish you would have done? A picture you would have taken? Any changes?
No, I mean, from my perspective, right? The guys, we went to a separate location and did our thing, and I thought everything was pretty efficient. It was,
I really wouldn't change anything. Yeah. I loved it all.
That's really good to hear. I remember, and you guys probably don't even remember this, but the family photos right after the ceremony, I don't think people knew, I don't think people knew to stay there for pictures. I think that was the only thing.
Oh, good point. Yeah, because we had to go find people.
We did.
Yeah. Which timeline, it was fine. It wasn't like we were running behind on anything, but being in those two different locations.
I guess that's the only part that I did feel like was a little bit rushed, just because I felt like I needed to keep it quick. And so I was having Jody, our photographer, rapid fire through them. So it would have been nice to take a little bit more time and probably give all of the different families a heads up to stay outside.
Yeah, and that's probably our fault for not communicating to them, hey, we're doing pictures right after. Stay out here, don't go into
it. Probably would have made things a little bit more smooth.
Yeah. So. Maybe the officiant should have said something.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, timeline, I think it was fine. And you guys, that was also extended family, right? Because you did some family before the ceremony.
Yes.
Correct.
So that extended family photos are usually extra, not every bride does them.
Right.
But I think it ended up all working out.
Yeah, we were kind of ahead. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's talk about budget and everything. I know it's kind of hard to talk about with weddings, but was there anything you felt and just kind of be honest because other brides who are planning their wedding are listening, and so was there anything you felt like you shouldn't have purchased, or you maybe overspent some money somewhere? And these are it could be anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the things I'm a pretty just natural saver, safe, and so there's things that I probably wouldn't have done, but looking back, they were super nice. For example, day of coordinator, I told people the day of, it was incredible because the getting people to move or you making me a plate of food that I would have probably forgotten to eat, and didn't even think about it.
I don't even think you ate.
Well,
not a lot, but to have that, or even the flowers I thought turned out incredible, and if I would have,
there were definitely things that I spearheaded that he probably would have been oh, we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
That on the day of, even he
was
just
oh
wow,
this
that
is
was
nice,
really nice.
So it turns out being nice. It's whether
it's definitely worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like there was anything that we had that I was thinking, oh, we definitely could have gone without. I think that we went kind of minimalist or minimal
Saved in
on
certain areas.
like decor. I don't really think I had a ton of decor, which I was fine with just because our venue was
Right.
pretty just empty.
There's already so much stuff there. Yeah.
And the floral was amazing. So I didn't have a ton of other decor stuff.
The only other extra thing, but I mean, it was cool, was the champagne wall. You know, I mean,
yes,
that was very extra, but it made
I would do it over again. So.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things, right?
Yes.
So,
but yeah, I don't know. I think that I also paid for, I guess, all of my bridesmaids' hair and makeup, and even the bridesmaids were saying that was over the top. You didn't need to do that. But I mean, again, it was, I don't know. It was, I just wanted to do that,
and I think it also makes it easier because with COVID, our list got cut in half. So we kind of saved a ton of money because of that. Yeah. And so all these kind of extra things ended up not being a big deal because we ended up getting a ton of money back anyway.
Yeah. So, that did work out well.
I don't think there was anything that we felt like we shouldn't have gotten or did. So, yeah.
Sometimes we work with brides who I feel like maybe overspend on the decor or like just random cute little things you see at Hobby Lobby that you just want to buy because they're just cute and you're getting married. So it's hard to kind of like stop yourself and be like, okay, do I really need this? Yeah. Is it in the budget? Am I going to use this? So I always like to get that feedback.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm pretty good about just budgeting in general because I'm a natural saver. So make a budget as long as you stay inside the budget.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, and so you guys had you had the little hand sanitizer favors, you had some signs, you had a cute guest book, a guest board, I guess, picture board.
Yeah,
it's not like you didn't have any of those details.
Right. We didn't do much as far as I don't know, before even COVID was a thing, I really wasn't planning on doing favors, only because I felt like I've been to so many weddings that you get, a koozie or a cup, and then it's just it's not anything that you cherish, I guess. Yeah. So I really wasn't planning on doing that. So I feel like that could save some money for sure. Mm-hmm. And then we just ended up doing the hand sanitizers because,
Which was great. I still have mine in my purse. So.
Yeah. Just collect all of them. So.
Yeah. That was perfect for the timing of your wedding. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So next question. VJ, you already kind of talked about it, but what would you tell brides who are considering or going back and forth on hiring a wedding coordinator or day of coordinator or even a planner?
I would say do it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, once again, it was just, if you can, just do it because it was.
Well, I feel like if the man, the
husband, I was telling all kinds of people,
and even he's an Uber saver.
Yeah.
Even said, I mean, he was extremely impressed.
I was
with just really every aspect, and it was great. I mean, I can't imagine having to assign family members to do all that was done, or there were people at the end of the night that were like, oh, how can we help? I'm like, it's taken care of. Not,
Yeah.
So since we paid for the extra cleanup at the end of the night, it's also very helpful. So I mean, everything just start to finish was
it was
amazing.
Definitely incredibly convenient.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
coming from an
yeah.
Yeah, because usually the groom, honestly, you don't really know all the details that go into wedding day, and you just kind of assume oh, it's just gonna happen. Yes. Well, how does it just happen? Someone has to do it. If it's the bride, if it's a mom, if it's a bridesmaid, a venue coordinator.
Right. So there are way too many people to coordinate. Just even lead the day of leading up, not counting the whole run of show for ceremony and reception, but to coordinate everybody's family members and wedding party, getting everybody where they need to be is way more work than you think it would be. So
yeah, I mean, and I'm not really one to ask for favors, but then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna ask her to do a couple things, hey, will you take this bag for me? Yeah. Hey, I mean, because everyone's there to see you and you're just so busy.
Right.
And so to have somebody I can just say, hey, will you grab this for me? Hey, can you do this for me? Mm-hmm. It was incredibly convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like we did make your plates, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
So that was like 5 minutes where you got to talk to someone and you have to go not that you would have to stand in line, but
Right.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, I mean, it's just things you just simply don't think about.
Mhm.
You know, so many little reminders during the day that
Yeah.
once again you're literally so busy zoned in on hanging out, trying to enjoy the day.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I can't recommend that enough.
Good.
That's something before I would have said no. Let's save the money, but she
We
just
really
did.
need her.
It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
I mean,
so.
about like a couple hours in, I was like, okay, this is sweet. Why would we not have done this?
Yeah. You're like, wow, this is a lot of help that you didn't realize you were going to need.
For sure.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll leave a wedding and I'm like, could you imagine if they hadn't hired me?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like if I hadn't been there that day, what would the day have looked like?
Disaster. No, it was great. It was really great.
Good. Okay. And then honest question too. I know everything of what you guys are saying is great and you guys had a great time. Was there anything, and this is just for like me to learn for future brides, was there anything like you wish Veil Events would have done or anything we missed? Or was there anything like, oh, I had to take care of that and I didn't want to?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're not just saying that, really.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more like you did things that we would not have even thought about.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what
that we
could
wouldn't
have
have
missed.
even known to ask for.
Right.
You did it, so.
I mean, and also just it's your job and you do it all the time, so you know to be direct and get people moving and do things, because once you have huge groups of people,
Yeah.
But you
everything's
all
out of
were
control.
also so kind. which
Right.
also
I'm not.
makes
Yeah,
a
I didn't mean that
difference.
like.
I can be stern, but I smile.
Yeah, I'm not.
Exactly.
I didn't mean that like.
Even
meanly,
with the
but, like,
mask on, they know.
I know. Oh my gosh.
because once you have like alcohol and people,
Yeah.
and it's just it's a mess. And so the fact that the experience that you draw on to get things moved along is incredible.
Yeah, that's great. Because could you imagine like Shelby, you trying to tell the guys like where to go, what to do? Like they wouldn't even take you seriously.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could think of one example too, where like you're like bride coming through, and you just kind of see everyone move, and just the just the little details like that to keep the day moving,
But we've also been at weddings too, or been a part of weddings where there have been coordinators and they're just not the same, or they're not as kind, and it makes a difference. And so I mean, you can have a coordinator, but it might not be like what we experienced. And so
nothing but
we've
positive.
been raving to everyone that will listen.
I was incredibly surprised.
Yes,
I really was. So.
Good. I'm happy to hear that, because sometimes people are like, oh, you have a planner, or they kind of get scared. Like, are they going to like you or not like you? Because we work with different vendors at every single wedding. So it's like, who is this person I'm going to work with all day? And usually they like hate coordinators because they've had like a bad experience. But then afterwards, they're like, you were so great. Thank you. And so you have to like be nice and get the job done.
Even after our first meeting with Jody as the venue owner, she was like, oh my gosh, Lindsay's so amazing. She's so organized. I just love it. She was, and then
That's
to
great.
her husband, she's like, Pat, look at these spreadsheets. Look at this.
Yeah, they were very happy about that.
So
I'm sending her some of our brochures. So.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
We love that venue, so I hope to be back there. So.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good venue.
Cool. Okay, and then random question. Did you go back to your hotel room right after the party, or yeah?
We did. Yes.
We had to
I
get
never know if there's like after parties or.
Yeah, COVID kind of made that a little different, and we also had a flight leaving at 5 or 6 a.m. So it was going to be an early morning. So we were like, let's just call it a night. But so that was amazing as well. Yeah.
Good. Okay, we talked about the timeline. Let's talk about your vendors. We've kind of talked about some of them, but overall, I think I personally had a good experience with everyone. Did you guys?
Yeah, everyone.
Positive things to say.
Yeah,
Videographer, Steve's the nicest
Yes.
person ever. DJ
Yeah.
did a good job. I thought.
Montage Films. So he was amazing and also incredibly kind.
Yeah,
The
and-
DJ did great. He's with Icon Event Group. They were, yeah, he was really good.
Yeah, the venue's cool. Pat and Jody are super nice. What else?
The
Catering.
florist was sweet. I don't think you guys even saw Jenny.
No, I know. I did not. I was hoping that I would get to, but yeah,
Mhm.
she is extremely nice and she did an amazing job. So
Yeah.
that was great.
Who's that?
Jenny with Wild Hill
Oh,
Flowers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, flowers was something I got there. And I was like, oh, these are incredibly nice.
Catering.
Food was good.
Hefter
Oh, I
Catering.
loved it.
Yes. We got so many compliments on
We
that.
did.
So
Yeah, I will be referring him.
Yes, and I know him. I used to work with him in the past at Houston. So yeah, I knew he would be great, but I had never had obviously his catering. But he did great, and yeah.
Yeah, you were obviously great. Another thing too, like the whole pinning the dress up, the whatever that's called, whatever. I don't know. Well, I mean, but still, I mean, just all the help.
He's so impressed.
I really was.
It took a little time to do that.
Yes.
Because I'm sitting here and like I thought like the train was something that like just came off.
Detached.
I didn't know
Yes.
that this was like this whole like
No.
hour, not hour, but you know, this whole
Something,
15, 20 minute
it's something
experience.
you won't ever have to worry about. So
No.
it's okay.
I was just like, whoa, all right. This is
Yeah.
interesting.
I know. Again, you never know what you're gonna get
Right.
when it comes to a bustle. So it's like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, we eventually figured it out.
We got it. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Anything else you guys would like to add or talk about?
I don't think so.
No, I feel like
Yeah,
our day went pretty smooth.
We have
and
nothing but good
nice
things. We wish we could do it all
do it
over again.
Isn't that so sad?
It really is. It goes by so fast. So
And I don't know if it was just right. Shelby's pretty on, type A person on top of it. But
Yes.
everyone talks about how stressful it gets in the last few days, and I don't know if it's because of like all your help too, or all the vendors' help, or what.
Yeah.
But it was never ever stressful for
yeah,
us ever.
it was pretty easy.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. I mean, on the vendors you hire. I mean, that's why you do your research and you make sure they're legit professionals, because
Yeah.
it does, it really does make a difference on like your stress and the day. So yeah, and so
We had all the details with all of the vendors done like
Months.
well in a month in advance,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to hear from them, 2 days before asking me questions,
No,
which
there was
you
none of that.
also kind of took control of that and got in contact with them as well. So that definitely helped things out.
Yep. And the more information they get, the better they feel about everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I have to bring up the last thing was your sister's speech.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It was amazing. I was so impressed. Like, she is not the public speaker at
No.
all.
So shocked because I didn't assume she was either.
Yes.
In Carney, Missouri, she was born and raised, selling director with her most of our days. Cruising around, always acting all cool and all stiff and some Siamese after our school. It was time to go to college. She decided.
Well, because she had like I don't know 6 months before that kind of
Even,
just
it was like
said
a
the
year
first,
before
yeah,
that.
maybe
She
even
had
a year.
randomly written like the first verse of it and just sang it to us. And we're like, that's amazing, Abby. You have to do that at the wedding.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my gosh, no, I could never. And then when the song started playing, I was just
And it kept going.
floored.
Yeah.
Did you know she was going to do it, VJ?
No, I didn't have a clue.
No.
No.
Who do you think knew? Just your dad?
Just
think it
my
was
dad
just-
and Janie, my
and the
stepmom,
girls.
and my two little sisters.
Yeah, I think they were the only ones.
Yeah. Because I think she had probably been practicing for
Yeah.
them multiple times a week leading up to it.
Yeah, they were the only ones that knew about our dance. As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, that was a surprise too.
Yes.
So
Which I don't know who told me about it, but I'm glad you did because I was able to move the bridal party and like get everyone situated.
Yeah, because they were all standing there and
They
they're
had
like,
no
why do we have
idea.
to
We're
move?
like,
Yeah, I was like, get over here.
Get out of the way.
Don't ask questions, just move. Yeah, no, that was really cool. She did a good job. I've never seen that before. So okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.
I will always remember your big day. It was very fun and you guys looked great. Everyone was cooperative. So
That's
Yeah.
always cool.
yeah.
No, it was great. Many thanks to you. So
Yeah, I mean, I could truly say I don't think it would have went as it did without you.
Thank you. So sweet.
Because I was incredibly surprised within a couple hours in. I was like, this is sweet. I have somebody that I can just take this if I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so good to hear. And we're excited. We have 8 coordinators now on our team. We had 2 more join us. So we're able to help more brides. And
Awesome.
we have like a system in place. So that way we know what to cover with every bride and we're not forgetting anything. And our coordinators know what to do. So we're really growing and we just want to learn and make sure we're doing everything we can for you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Thank you again for your time. And you guys have a good night and a happy new year.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
You
too.
as well.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye, guys.